Our next reader, Oscar Oswald, is a Ph.D. poet. He will live in a mansion with his partner, moment of coitus Jeff Bezos, with his tax return. In Snake Stomach, Delaware, where he will have the number of children equal to every sequel of Jurassic Park. He will work as a deep blue sea analyst and master, and will have publications equal to the number of every sequel of the Bible that he is writing. The first of those sequels will be dedicated to me. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce Oscar Oswald.
Hi, thank you. I want everyone to think about Jeff Bezos fucking while I'm reading these poems. I've read from this thesis so many times this semester and this year. I'm not going to explain them anymore. You know, if you didn't get them the first time, you know, you can just join Jeff Bezos and fucking my tax returns. But I guess before I say anything else, you know, I was here when this thing began. My roommate, Kat Cruz, started this whole thing, you know, and I was here 10 years ago. It's cool to see, you know, we're in a much different space than it used to be. This whole event goes a lot differently than it used to be. We were just sort of shotgunning beers out of a Toyota Tercel 10 years ago and sort of saying, like, hope you make it over summer. You know, and I hope you guys do make it over summer. And I'm maybe sort of living proof that kind of happened. But you know, it is a different vibe, which is really cool that we made it here. And I think the quality of the work that we're seeing here is really great. The professionalism, if you will, you know, maybe not a good word sometimes with writing, but it's just a little bit different than how many Millers can you finish? Goodbye. So on that note, here's some poems. I speak by far the nation is a room, for who one step ahead is westing. What abode so called is I, at least a citizen, and windows open to the people. I leaf upon them, river on them, and they know what is my acre. I am out's electric soil, answers umbrellas as a man of welcome. Listen and become of me. Who meets me near the spring? The foreigner that water falls behind? Do they mistake the juniper, ajar them of their status from whatever person I is running as recital of the finger makes a drum I overheard? Who does from hearing me arrive, of them the passenger? I neighborly, I twice within the rhythm of their speech locates me hither, murmurs me thither. I declare each morning of the country, not a thought to be but lavender, upslope, impenetrable. They are then idle from my listening who uniforms the child and the man. I harbor them, they are unbroken sage. I carry them heartbroken country of the sun, where there is juvenalia. So I, their carpenter, divides the house. That I approve them, I am civil. That I oppose it, dream. They of promotion hither by their honorific enormity honor me, their commoner oncomingly. That I am listening to landscape, think of me midair. My atoms of the iron made before my time, the worker's hand. He lives with me, whomever he may be, bird-footed in the pond that brings the juniper. Are they defiant men who seek him, seeking to be sound? That is untested, clean from last night, raining without cloud. What I surmise, wet socket styrofoam, that is a box mysterious to me, is wedged beneath a weed with purpose. Mine is to report these things without superior, within the earshot, cloudy low horizons humming under heavy sky, is meant to be my only sentiment, opposing nothing that is witless. Employer of the chalk line, onlooker, concluder, please tell it to me, keynote speaker. The megaphone who greets me is my lover, blind to anyone I speak to, an avoidable finale, strikes my limbs, nothing in pain, corroding ever after, foreigner who isn't here to wonder what steep man am I who suits your power. I speak to you. I mind the apple seed and mute myself. The redwood speaking stands inside my uniform, disrobes from me state motto, speaking prose that ends with listening. What's happening is approval. approval. Your decoy is that woman crushing aluminum. Your man first said, keep question. May I unfold consensus of my body? That all expense that grows green-tipped aloud one afternoon, unearth a floating under no authority, from invalid description comes nothing uncertain, save the stroke of sunlight happens to recall exhaustion is eponymous music. I, for example, I have spoken, see it snow behind my hand. Thank you.